After 3 years of construction and around a decade in the planning, the Cross Tay Link Road is now open to drivers. The £150 million route, including the new Destiny Bridge stretching over the River Tay, links the A93 and 94 to the A9 just north of Perth. It's designed to reduce congestion in the city centre, as Fraser Nicoll reports.
On the horizon, a procession marks the opening of a new crossing over the River Tay. The First Minister was one of the first people across the newly opened Destiny Bridge on the outskirts of Perth, followed by local school children, cyclists and a convoy of vintage cars.
How was your journey across the bridge there? Very smooth?
Very smooth, at 1 mile an hour, so can't beat that. Just about the right speed for this car.
And with the cutting of the ribbon, the new road was declared open, with lots of ideas already about how best to use it.
Go to my granny's house.
Where does your granny live?
In Perth.
So it's easier to get to your granny's?
Yeah.
In Scone there's a small village, lots of people, not as safe, but now that we have this big road it's a bigger opportunity.
So here we are, this is the Cross Tay Link Road. We're just driving over the Destiny Bridge right now, and beyond that, 6 kilometres of new carriageway linking the A93 and A94 to the A9 just north of the Inverarmond roundabout. Now, as well as reducing journey times for towns and villages up and down this area, it's also hoped it will reduce congestion in Perth.
I think that will be great, because if you go from Scone to Perth at 8 AM and or between 8 and 9, sometimes you can't get to work until about 10 o'clock.
I think it'll be good for us taxi drivers, being able to cut across and miss out the town centre.
To be honest, I don't go that way, so I really comment, but I'm sure it probably will be an asset because it'll take some stuff out of the city.
The project has been in the planning for around a decade, with construction starting 3 years ago. It was funded in part by the Scottish Government, with Nicola Sturgeon announcing a £40 million investment in 2019, but most of the cost was met by Perth and Kinross Council.
Absolutely delighted, there's been a lot of planning going on, so to see everything come together is fantastic, and obviously because the planning was done well, the whole operation's gone quite smoothly.
But it isn't just for cars. The project has been designed with a network of paths for walking, wheeling and cycling, something welcomed by local athlete Ailey Doyle.
I think knowing that you've got a path that is set up for that, you're not having the dangers of being on the road, and you can do that safely and know that that's what it's set up for. I think it's just really reassuring for people who perhaps in the past would have liked to have, actively travelled more often, but maybe just didn't know the best route to go or the best way to go, and now this is all set up for them. So I think that's a great opportunity.
The project hasn't been completely without controversy. Concerns had been raised over its environmental impact, and its opening comes at a time when the Scottish Government looks set to miss its car use reduction targets for the end of the decade.
We are building the infrastructure that enables individuals to make that choice. So this is a combination of, yes, a transport project to improve connectivity, but one to reduce air quality issues in Perth City, and one that will support active travel. So all round, I think it's a great benefit for this community.
The road opened to general traffic around 12:30 this afternoon, but it may be rush hour over the coming days before drivers see its true effect. Fraser Nicoll, STV News.